with a venomous bite. Take a look. One local man is talking tonight about a scary, painful encounter with a water moccasin.
What if I told you that one of nature's deadliest predators, the king cobra, is defeated by a tiny creature no bigger than your average house cat? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. The mongoose, a seemingly unassuming animal, has become the ultimate king cobra killer, and the way it does it will leave you stunned. Despite the cobra's lightning-fast strikes and venomous bite, the mongoose doesn't just survive the encounter, it dominates. How does it pull off such an incredible feat? It's not just speed, it's sheer audacity, lightning reflexes, and a strategy that turns the king cobra's deadliest traits against it. This small carnivore has the nerve to fight back, and the results are nothing short of jaw-dropping. So, how does this fearless creature manage to take down one of the world's most dangerous predators? Let's dive into the wild science and shocking tactics that make the mongoose a true warrior of the animal kingdom. Number 17. Mongoose. When it comes to battling snakes, the mongoose is not just quick on its feet, but incredibly smart. In fact, it's this intelligence that makes the mongoose one of the most formidable predators of serpents in the wild. While other animals might strike blindly or react impulsively, the mongoose approaches each fight with a tactical mindset that confuses even the most dangerous snakes. Unlike most animals that strike wherever they can land a hit, the mongoose targets the most vulnerable spot, the back of the snake's head. This specific strike, if done correctly, can end the battle in seconds. The mongoose doesn't rush in blindly. It calculates, it observes, and it strikes when it knows it has the advantage. One of the most impressive skills of the mongoose is its ability to keep the snake guessing. It moves rapidly, darting this way and that, forcing the snake to expend its energy trying to land a blow. And while the snake tires itself out, the mongoose remains agile, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Even more remarkable is the mongoose's resistance to venom. Their bodies produce a special glycoprotein that clings to the toxic proteins in the venom, stopping it from spreading. Where other animals might succumb to a snake bite, the mongoose keeps fighting. The bite, though painful, rarely ends their fight. With this natural resistance, the mongoose doesn't just survive encounters with venomous snakes, it thrives in them. What's even more astonishing is that the mongoose doesn't just have this ability instinctively. They pass it down to their young through a careful training process. Adults start by teaching their pups to deal with dead snakes, then progress to injured ones. Finally, the pups face live snakes, and by the time they are fully grown, they have developed the skills and instinct necessary to face even the deadliest of serpents. This thorough training ensures that mongoose pups are prepared for anything the wild throws their way. The mongoose's approach to combat with snakes goes far beyond just physical traits. It's a combination of intelligence, instinct, and skill passed down through generations. Number 16. The snake eagle. The snake eagle may not be the largest bird of prey, but it's certainly one of the most feared across East, West, and Southern Africa. What this eagle lacks in size, it more than makes up for with precision and speed. Specializing in hunting snakes, the snake eagle has developed an impeccable technique for spotting and capturing its slithering prey. This eagle's approach is quick and sudden, much like the flash of lightning across the sky. The snake eagle doesn't give its prey a chance to react. When it locks onto a target, its dive is swift, and there's no escaping its talons. The eagle's claws are built for power, designed to tear through the tough, scaly skin of snakes with ease. Once it has the snake in its grasp, lifting it from the ground seems effortless, and the eagle will often eat as it flies through the air or return to its nest to feed its young. What makes the snake eagle even more dangerous is its protection against the snake's deadly fangs. The rough, scaly skin covering the eagle's legs prevents snake bites from penetrating, even during a close struggle on the ground. It's not just the eagle's power that makes it so effective, it's its extraordinary eyesight. The snake eagle can spot movement from over 1,000 yards away. A slight shift in the grass is enough to catch its attention. Even in rough winds or dry heat, the eagle's thin eyelid keeps its vision sharp, giving it a serious advantage in the wild. The snake eagle's ability to detect, dive, and secure its prey in mere seconds makes it one of the deadliest predators of snakes in the animal kingdom. A snake on the ground knows that the moment it's seen by a snake eagle, the end is near. Number 15. Wild hogs. When it comes to boldness, wild hogs take the crown. While most creatures would hesitate to confront a snake, wild hogs do the opposite. They actively seek them out. Their behavior may seem reckless, but their thick skin and layer of fat provide them with the protection they need to handle snake bites with relative ease. Snake venom can still harm them, but it doesn't have the same devastating effect it would have on other animals. Wild hogs, equipped with their tough hides, are built for risk. When a snake strikes, they don't freeze in fear. They fight back. They use their strong jaws to bite, shake, and often pin the snake to the ground until it stops moving. Some wild hogs even toss the snake around like a toy, showing their dominance over their prey. They don't just tolerate danger, they thrive in it. And unlike many animals that might retreat from a snake, the wild hogs see them as a source of food. This unique behavior makes them one of the few animals in the wild to actively hunt snakes, rather than avoiding them. Their resilience, toughness, and hunger for victory make wild hogs a force to be reckoned with in the wild. Their ability to survive a snake bite and quickly retaliate ensures that no snake is safe when a wild hog is nearby. To a snake, the wild hog isn't just a potential threat. It's a predator that's ready to hunt. Number 14. Coyotes. Coyotes are known for their adaptability, and this trait extends to their unique hunting style. They may look like they're simply wandering around, but make no mistake. What seems like aimless movement is often a carefully planned hunt. Coyotes possess an extraordinary ability to detect even the faintest sounds, making them exceptional hunters of creatures that try to remain hidden, including snakes. A snake might think it's safely camouflaged under grass or behind rocks, but a single rustling noise or a slight hiss will give it away to the keen ears of a coyote. To the human eye, the noise might be barely noticeable, but to a coyote, it's a clear signal of potential prey. With their acute sense of hearing, coyotes stay still, listening intently for any slight movement. The second they hear something, they spring into action. Their leaps are quick and precise, and their swift movements often leave little room for the snake to react. The coyote doesn't need to rely on strength alone. It uses a combination of patience and precision to hunt its prey. It's this methodical approach to hunting, paired with their sharp hearing and quick reflexes, that makes coyotes such formidable predators of snakes. Number 13. The Great Horned Owl. When we think of predators that snakes should fear, the Great Horned Owl is at the top of the list. Despite not being one of the largest birds of prey, its speed, power, and hunting technique make it one of the most efficient hunters of snakes. These owls are equipped with extraordinary talons capable of exerting 200 to 500 pounds of pressure, more than enough to take down a snake in one deadly strike. The great horned owl is known for its swift and silent flight. It approaches its target with the precision of a seasoned hunter, barely making a sound as it descends. The moment the owl locks in on its prey, there's no escape. The snake's best defense is often to retreat into the grass, but that's no match for an owl's impeccable vision. Their eyesight is exceptional, and they can detect even the slightest movement, from a flick of a snake's tail to a slight shift in the grass. When it comes to hunting, the owl wastes no time. The bird is a swift predator, capable of taking down snakes and other prey with deadly accuracy. They don't stop at snakes either. Frogs, rodents, and insects are all part of their diet. In fact, their diet heavily relies on small, mobile creatures, and snakes are among their primary targets. Number 12. Red-tailed hawks. Red-tailed hawks, with their remarkable hunting skills and patience, are another predator that snakes should fear. These birds are renowned for their ability to spot movement from incredible distances, giving them the upper hand in a hunt. Their sharp eyes can detect even the slightest rustle in the grass, making it nearly impossible for snakes to hide. From a high vantage point, perched on telephone poles, trees, or rocky cliffs, the hawk scans the landscape below for any sign of movement. Once a snake is spotted, it's game over. The hawk launches itself into the air with precision, its talons extending and ready for action. A snake has little chance of escaping once the hawk begins its dive. In many cases, the impact alone is enough to neutralize the snake, but if necessary, the hawk will use its talons to crush or choke the snake until it stops moving. Red-tailed hawks are incredibly effective at hunting snakes, and they make up a significant portion of their diet. In some regions, snakes even make up more than 40% of their meals. This statistic speaks to the hawk's ability to target snakes, a key part of its natural diet. Red-tailed hawks don't just rely on their vision and speed. They combine both with perfect timing. Their hunting style is built on patience, waiting for the ideal moment to strike. The combination of sharp eyesight, powerful talons, and lightning-fast reflexes makes red-tailed hawks one of the most efficient and successful hunters of snakes. Number 11. Redbacked spiders. While spiders might not be the first creatures that come to mind when you think of predators to snakes, the redbacked spider in Australia is an exception. These small, unassuming creatures may look harmless at first glance, but they are skilled hunters and can pose a significant threat to smaller snakes. These spiders construct tangled webs that serve as intricate traps for their prey. Unlike other spiders that spin neat, symmetrical webs, redbacked spiders intentionally create a mess. Uneven webs stretching from low branches or cracks, perfect for trapping unsuspecting creatures. Young snakes that venture too close to these webs find themselves trapped in no time. Once a snake gets caught, the redbacked spider quickly moves in for the kill. The spider's bite delivers venom powerful enough to paralyze the snake, making it unable to escape. The spider doesn't go out hunting snakes specifically, but if an opportunity arises, it won't hesitate to take down a smaller, weaker snake that wanders into its web. Despite their small size, redbacked spiders are efficient and dangerous predators, using their webs and venom to capture and kill snakes. These spiders' ability to handle creatures much larger than themselves shows just how resourceful and deadly they can be when it comes to survival. Their webs, venom, and method of attack make them one of the most dangerous and underappreciated predators of snakes in the wild. Number 10. Honey badgers. Honey badgers are fearless creatures known for their toughness, and they're not afraid of even the most venomous snakes. Their thick, tough skin and remarkable resistance to venom make them formidable opponents to snakes. When a honey badger encounters a snake, it doesn't hesitate. It rushes in, teeth bared, claws out, and fights fiercely until the snake is incapacitated. Whether it's a venomous cobra or a smaller, less dangerous snake, the honey badger attacks with relentless aggression. The honey badger's success against snakes comes down to several key factors. Their resistance to venom allows them to take a bite and keep fighting, while their thick, loose skin provides an added layer of protection against snake fangs. These traits give honey badgers the upper hand when it comes to battling snakes. Even if a snake manages to bite them, the honey badger is usually able to recover and continue its attack, eventually overpowering its prey. Their ability to fight with such intensity, combined with their impressive natural armor, makes honey badgers one of the most fearless and effective snake hunters in the wild. When a honey badger is on the hunt, there's little a snake can do to escape. Number 9. Crocodiles. Crocodiles are some of the most fearsome reptiles in the world, and when it comes to confronting snakes, they stand at the top of the food chain. Their massive size, powerful jaws, and thick, scaly skin make them formidable opponents to nearly any creature, and snakes are no exception. Crocodiles tend to favor fish and mammals that venture too close to the water, but they won't hesitate to strike at a snake that makes the mistake of slithering near their domain. The crocodile's hunting method is calculated and precise. Most of the time, these predators remain motionless, barely visible in the water, with only their eyes poking above the surface. It's a waiting game for them. When a snake passes too close, the crocodile explodes into action, using its powerful jaws to capture and crush its prey. The snake never stands a chance against the overwhelming force of the crocodile's bite. Interestingly, crocodiles are not picky eaters when it comes to snakes. They are just as likely to target venomous species as non-venomous ones. Their tough skin offers an extra layer of protection, ensuring that even if the snake does manage to land a bite, it won't slow the crocodile down for long. With its quick and brutal attacks, a crocodile has the upper hand in most confrontations with snakes, making it one of the deadliest creatures in the wild when it comes to hunting these reptiles. Number 8. Wild turkeys. Wild turkeys may not seem like the first animals you'd expect to take on a snake, but these birds are surprisingly fearless and aggressive when it comes to protecting themselves and their territory. Unlike domesticated turkeys, which are often passive, wild turkeys are opportunistic feeders and will eat a variety of things, including seeds, grasses, insects, and small animals, snakes included. Turkeys often travel in flocks, and this social structure gives them a major advantage when it comes to dealing with predators, including snakes. If a snake ventures too close to a turkey's nest or young, the flock reacts quickly. The group will begin pecking at the snake, overpowering it with their numbers before the snake has a chance to defend itself. Larger snakes might be more challenging, but turkeys are persistent. They will approach these snakes with a strategy designed to intimidate, such as spreading their wings, making loud alarm calls, and closing in slowly. Often, this display is enough to make the snake retreat. Even though turkeys are not naturally equipped to fight venomous snakes, their thick legs and protective feathers provide a significant amount of defense against bites. Their tough, scaly legs can withstand some attacks, and their feathers act as armor, making it more difficult for fangs to pierce their skin. With their sharp instincts and coordinated teamwork, turkeys are far more capable of dealing with snakes than most people might think. Number 7. Raccoons. Raccoons are usually seen as playful creatures, but they are far more capable when it comes to hunting, especially when they encounter snakes. These clever animals are opportunistic feeders, and their diet can include everything from fruits and bugs to frogs, fish, and occasionally snakes. Raccoons don't seek out snakes intentionally, but if they stumble across one, they are more than willing to engage in a fierce battle. What makes raccoons so effective at killing snakes is their approach to combat. They are smart, agile, and quick to act when threatened. Upon encountering a snake, a raccoon will typically use its front paws to slam the snake to the ground, immediately neutralizing its ability to move. Once the snake is subdued, the raccoon goes for the head or neck, targeting the vulnerable areas to incapacitate it. Sometimes raccoons will get creative in their tactics, picking up heavy objects to smash the snake's head if necessary. The raccoon's persistence and ability to keep attacking until the snake is subdued makes it a formidable predator of snakes. Their sharp claws and teeth, combined with their clever problem-solving abilities, make them well-suited for dealing with these dangerous reptiles. In fact, raccoons are one of the few animals that will willingly engage with a snake, and they do so with determination and skill. Number 6. Hedgehogs. Size and strength aren't always the determining factors in an animal's ability to survive or defeat a predator, and hedgehogs are a perfect example of this. These small, spiny creatures may look harmless at first, but they are surprisingly capable of defending themselves against snakes. Hedgehogs have some resistance to certain types of snake venom, which helps them survive encounters that would kill other small animals. The real strength of the hedgehog lies in its spines. When a snake strikes at a hedgehog, it doesn't get the fleshy body it's expecting. Instead, it encounters a mouthful of sharp, stiff spines. This defensive adaptation can cause serious harm to a snake, especially around the face and neck, where the spines are most concentrated. If the snake is thrown off by the spines, the hedgehog takes advantage of the situation, often landing a decisive bite to the snake's head. Though they may not be the most aggressive animals, hedgehogs know how to defend themselves when necessary. Their venom resistance, sharp spines, and quick reflexes make them capable of taking on snakes that other animals might shy away from. In the battle of brains versus brawn, the hedgehog's clever defense often gives it the upper hand. Number 5. Wolverines. Wolverines may not be the biggest animals in the wild, but their fierce determination and relentless nature make them one of the most formidable creatures around. These tough animals are known for taking on opponents far larger than themselves, including venomous snakes. It's not just their strength that makes them dangerous, but their sheer audacity and strategic approach to hunting. One of the wolverine's best tools is its incredible sense of smell. With the ability to detect prey buried deep under snow or hidden in thick grass, the wolverine can locate a snake before the reptile even has a chance to slither away. Once it's locked onto the scent, the wolverine moves quickly, its sharp claws ready for the attack. Unlike many predators that chase their prey out in the open, the wolverine relies on surprise. It waits in cover, then explodes forward without warning, leaving the snake with little time to react. Even venomous snakes like rattlesnakes or cottonmouths, with their dangerous bites, struggle to land a blow. The wolverine's thick fur acts as a shield, absorbing the venom and giving the animal the upper hand in the fight. If the snake strikes, it often fails to penetrate the wolverine's dense coat. What really sets the wolverine apart from other predators is its fearlessness. Number 4. Skunks. Skunks are more commonly known for their potent spray than for their ability to take on a venomous snake. But these small, often misunderstood creatures have a surprising knack for dealing with snakes, especially rattlesnakes, which are a regular part of their diet. Most animals, even large predators about right, are coabit snakes because of their venomous bite. But skunks aren't like most animals. Their immunity to snake venom gives them a major advantage in their quest to hunt snakes. While skunks typically hunt insects, worms, and small rodents, they don't shy away from larger prey like snakes when the opportunity arises. Their ability to dig into burrows and sniff out snakes makes them highly effective hunters. Once they locate a snake, they don't hesitate. They move in quickly, using their sharp claws to dig the snake out of its hiding place, and then use their quick reflexes to bite the snake's head or neck. This fast strike typically ends the confrontation swiftly. What makes skunks even more impressive is their complete immunity to snake venom. Rattlesnakes can strike at them, but the venom doesn't have the same lethal effect that it would on other animals. This immunity allows skunks to take risks that others wouldn't dare. Once they've dealt with the snake, they eat it. And since skunks are immune to venom, they aren't afraid of these snakes, which makes them a major threat. In fact, snakes tend to avoid areas where skunks are active. Number 3. Bobcats. Bobcats are highly skilled predators, and when it comes to taking on rattlesnakes, they are unmatched in their speed, precision, and agility. These elusive wildcats are known for their sharp senses, particularly their excellent hearing and night vision, which give them an edge over their prey, including venomous snakes. Bobcats often encounter rattlesnakes in their rocky, dry habitats, and they've developed a method of dealing with these dangerous reptiles that ensures they can strike with minimal risk. The bobcat's approach to dealing with a snake is methodical and swift. Unlike larger predators that may try to overpower a snake, the bobcat uses its quickness and agility to land the first hit. Often, it will strike with a powerful slap to the snake's head, stunning it long enough for the bobcat to make its move. Once the snake is disoriented, the bobcat uses its sharp claws and powerful jaws to quickly finish the fight. Bobcats also have a distinct advantage when hunting at night. Their eyes have a special reflective layer behind the retina, which allows them to see better in low light. This enhanced night vision makes it easier for them to spot a rattlesnake even when it's camouflaged against the landscape. Additionally, bobcats are excellent climbers, which means they can take advantage of high ground to look down on their prey and plan their attack. Number 2. Secretary bird. The secretary bird may not be as widely known as other raptors, but its hunting abilities are nothing short of extraordinary. This bird of prey doesn't need to soar high in the sky to catch its dinner. Instead, the secretary bird spends most of its time striding across the ground, its long, powerful legs making it an efficient and focused hunter. What makes the secretary bird especially dangerous to snakes is its method of attack. The bird relies on its strong legs to deliver incredibly powerful kicks, which it uses to crush the skulls of venomous snakes. The secretary bird's powerful legs can exert force 5 times its body weight, delivering a crushing blow to snakes with remarkable speed. Whether it's a cobra or a viper, the secretary bird shows no fear when facing venomous snakes. The bird's precise and quick movements give it the upper hand in this battle. It steps in, strikes, and retreats before the snake even has a chance to react. This calculated approach makes the secretary bird one of the few birds capable of hunting and killing venomous snakes with minimal risk to itself. With its combination of powerful kicks, sharp eyesight, and speed, the secretary bird has earned its reputation as one of the deadliest snake killers in the animal kingdom. Number 1. Meerkats. Meerkats might be small and unassuming, but these tiny mammals have an extraordinary ability to hunt venomous snakes, thanks to their teamwork and immunity to snake venom. Living in tight-knit groups, meerkats are always alert, keeping an eye out for any dangers, especially snakes. Their heightened sense of awareness and strong cooperation make them a formidable force in the wild. When a snake enters the meerkat's territory, the entire group immediately springs into action. The meerkats don't charge at the snake individually. Instead, they work together, surrounding the snake and attacking from multiple angles to confuse it. One meerkat will distract the snake, while another moves in for a bite. This coordinated effort overwhelms the snake, ensuring that it has little chance to escape. And there you have it. Some of the most fearless creatures in the wild, each with their own unique way of handling one of nature's most dangerous predators, snakes. From clever tactics to sheer physical power, these animals prove that when it comes to survival, it's not just about size, but strategy and resilience. Which one do you think is the most impressive? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more incredible animal battles, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.